Yes, people, welcome to the Real Talk Football TV podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All of that. Got myself, Shat, representing Liverpool. Got 1906, Liverpool takeover this week. Tobias will be back, hopefully, in the next couple of weeks. He's away on holiday. Yes. Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. 1906. I tell you from the first 20 minutes, I was listening. Well, I watched the second half. First half, I was literally listening to on TalkSport. Yeah. It just felt like every game we play is the same type of thing. I think Newcastle soaked pressure up. They slowed it down. When they got a foul, they were rolling on the floor. I don't know how many times Joe Linton had cramp. This guy had cramp about 50 times. They'll slow it down. Nick Pope would come for a corner, get the corner, roll on the floor, slowing the game down. That's how it was, but that's how it is in every game. Most teams, apart from maybe Man City and the other top teams, that will have a go. But we need to get used to that. And the crowd was kind of flat. It was tight first half. Isak scored a great goal for Newcastle. Looks a player. I've always rated Isak. Great goal. Second half, same type of thing. I'm happy that we won 906. But I think the goal by Cavallo, your boy, you've been screaming, to be fair. Like, you're shutting everybody up. You've been screaming him, he should be starting. He's come on again and scored again. So 2-2. And it's his birthday as well. Big up Cavallo, 20 to 20. Definitely. You've been screaming that he should be playing. But I don't want to be pessimistic. This feels like it's been covered. The cracks have been covered over.
Yeah.
It's covered over. And I'm happy that we won. And it gives us 2 wins on the spin. If we can beat Everton, that's 3 wins on the spin. And if you go on a run like that, you fly up the table. And that's what we're doing now. But
a slow and steady. They don't have to be the 9-0s and all that. Do you know what I mean? I said no. A message that should have been after my prediction was Liverpool-Newcastle. It would be a thriller from the past. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That right to the end, last-minute goal, all Stan Collymore, all of that kind of nonsense going on. And it seems like we took it to the wire right again, all the way.
100%. All the time. When we play Newcastle, there's always drama. Always drama. 4-3s, last-minute goals, what you were saying. And it was a last-minute goal again. One thing you could say about, you can't really doubt about this Liverpool team. I know we were doubting about it for the last couple of weeks. One thing you can't doubt about him, they have got mentality. They will go to the end. And I thought they worked. It didn't look like we was going to get the goal. But we got it. But like I said, I think it's paid over the cracks. And I can't believe that Liverpool are going to go through the whole of the transfer window only buying Núñez really as a established senior player. I know we said about Cavallo, but Cavallo was a guy, if he came in and done well, it's a bonus. Yeah. But Núñez was the one where you thought he was taken over from Mane. And you look at it as well, I thought the midfield was poor, bar Harvey Elliott.
Okay.
And for us not to dip into the transfer market.
Is that right up until the death? I mean, I caught the last 15 minutes and I saw Elliott running around like...
I think it was excellent. It was excellent. He tried to probe. His work rate was good. He looked hungry. Like he's thinking to himself, you know what, this is my chance to really stamp my authority on this game. And he done that. I thought he was excellent. I thought he was Liverpool's man of the match, to be fair. We're going to go through the player ratings, but I thought he was Liverpool's man of the match. But I think it's paid over the cracks. I can't believe that we're going to go through this transfer window and not bring a midfielder in. I don't want to go too much bashing Henderson and Milner.
No, I was watching this. There's no need to bash him because what they should be used as is those last 20, last 30 minute stoppers. Do you know what I mean? If we're defending, if it's getting a bit tight, do you know what I mean? There's gaps in the middle. You want that Milner, you want that, want that authority in the middle of the park. Put your stamp on. Do you know what I mean? All of a sudden, they ain't playing for the middle no more because they know they're going to get a tackle in. Do you know what I mean? So they have to go wide and start dictating the game. Like, so you need your Milners and your Hendersons, definitely. But
100%.
we also need these new ones coming in. If he's going to blood these kids in, get them in. Oh, right, we'll take a draw. We might have to take a loss and everything else, but hopefully we'll catch up with them. If they're as good as what Klopp thinks they are to be in that squad, play them.
But don't you think 1906, Liverpool, like an elite football club, trying to stay with Man City, trying to win league and Champions Leagues, should we not be playing youngsters? Youngsters should be coming off the bench and being blooded in. Liverpool should be having midfield players in the team. Season. And we can't be relying on Carvalho, which I love. And I think Elliot's going to be a player. But we can't go through these guys and expecting them to play week in and week out and play well. Like I said, I can't believe that Liverpool are not going to dip into the transfer market. And it must be two things. It must be Klopp and it must be FSG. Because I don't know how they can let this go. If we would have drew today, I'm telling you that social media would have been all over the place in a sense of Liverpool being hammered because it wasn't a good performance. And I know sometimes you've got to win dirty sometimes to get the points, but you look over the other road, you look at Man City, the way they're smashing Nottingham Forest, just swatting them away. Haaland scoring a hat-trick again, back-to-back hat-tricks. That's who we're trying to compete with. And you're telling me all the midfield players on planet Earth, you're telling me there's no midfielders out there who are as good as Milner and Henderson or better than? Yeah. Don't take me for a dickhead. Like, come on. I love them. But these guys...
Klopp's is quoted as saying, we have the squad within. Yeah, he's quoted. So he's had a big say. He said, all right, we brought in Nunes, hold tight. It's a Klopp thing. It's a Klopp thing. It's just a Klopp saying, right, we've got a couple of players that I need here. We just need some little additions. Do you know what I mean? We don't want to be blooding everyone in, take too long for them to, do you know what I mean, establish themselves and all that kind of thing. So you got your Nunes in, you got your Carvalho. Carvalho's been playing football for, do you know what I mean, at top level for God knows how long. So he's thinking, okay, this is us. He's going to be bringing in your Curtis. He's going to be bringing in who's the other one there? Who's our other youngster there?
You got Carvalho. You got Elliot.
Carvalho, Elliot. Bobby Clark.
But 1906.
Do you know what I mean? Those are what he's banking on. I reckon Klopp is being stubborn here. And saying, right, this is what I've got, and I'm going to work with them.
But don't you think it's a collective?
Bellingham in the January.
1906. Yes, but I know we're talking like we're fixated about Bellingham, but why would Bellingham want to come to Liverpool if we're always coming second? We're always the bridesmaid. Why would he want to come? Why do Liverpool think? Why do Liverpool think that?
Though, is he?
No,
he's
but
being sold like we're going to make a team around him.
Yeah, but is he going to win? That's what he's come to Liverpool to do, is to win titles. Who said?
We'll be there when thereabouts. We'll be there. But
1906, 1906, we're always there and thereabouts, but we don't win. We don't. This team is one of 1906. Wait, 1906. Wait.
Future is relying on is these kids coming in. That's what I think. And I'd say Klopp is being very stubborn on this.
To do what? So, what are these kids? What are these kids going to come in and do? What are these kids going to come in and do? What are they doing?
Not enough. They'll be doing not enough. But Klopp is being stubborn. I think Klopp's being stubborn. He could go. He could go for named season players around Europe. He could go for them. But I think this is Klopp being stubborn, saying, "All right, yeah, I've got my main striker in being Nunes, and a couple of little fringes. You know, he does a little cheap deals, all them kind of stuff." And I reckon he's like said, "All right, let me work with this for a while." I think Klopp's being stubborn on this. Because I'm sure, there's players out there that will come to us. Quality players that would come to Liverpool right now in our state and think, yeah, right, they're going to build the club around me. we will attract names no matter what. It's our brand, it's our name. We will always attract a name, depending on the manager.
1906. That's not in doubt. This is Liverpool. We can get mostly any player we want, especially with what we're doing and what the pull with Klopp. But I'm not having Klopp saying, you know what, FSG, I don't want no more midfielders. I'm happy with what we've got. I think there's more to it. I don't think so. Because so if he's happy, so Liverpool as a club are just happy to be in the Champions League and win the odd FA Cup and Carling Cup. Then is that what we are?
No, I think no. We're all about number one is the Premiership, Premier League. That title, it has to be the title. That's bread and butter. Forget Champions League. Everyone's after a title. Everyone's after the Premiership.
All right. So how many? So 1906. How many titles have Liverpool won under Klopp?
Well, we've only done
Premier
the one.
League titles.
I'm saying.
Let me finish. Wait. Let me finish.
Wait. I think from the time that he had Nunes in and playing, hold on. From the time we got so many injuries during pre-season, he's buying players in, and we're having players drop as he's buying them. And I think he probably already said, even with the little injuries that we've had pre-season, hold your money. We've got what we want. Hold your money. Not thinking, hold on, we could have this, we could get this amount of injuries at any time. I don't think he was thinking of the injuries and job done, this is our squad. Now the injuries have kicked in, he has to knock at the door.
All right, 1906. You look at every Liverpool midfielder, take the youngsters out of it, excluding Harvey Elliott and Carvalho, yeah? Every midfield player at Liverpool is injury prone. Every single one of them. So I'm not having Klopp thinking in his head like, oh no, like, oh shit, all our midfield players are injured. Where the injury records suggest that none of them can play 10 to 15 games on the spin. Not one of them.
I agree.
So if you've got a bag of midfield players who are about, there's 8 of them, and all 8 can't stay fit, and all 8 are not magnificent, bar Thiago. Fabinho's excellent as well, but not where you would think Pep will have him straight away. None of them are that great. So you're telling me that you would think to yourself, I can't go to Europe and scout and look at other midfield players that couldn't get into Liverpool's squad or Liverpool's team. So you're telling me there's no players out there better than Naby Keita? There's no players out there better than Ox? There's no players out there better than Henderson? Or even as good as? All right, let's say as good as. So you're telling me in Spain, in France, in Germany, there's not midfield players as good as Jordan Henderson, Ox, and Naby Keita. If Klopp is thinking that, then he likes coming second then.
It could be the case. That's why I'm saying I think it's Klopp's stubbornness rather than, because how is it? How is it? Why have we not gone for another million? Do you think it's...
I think it's a bit of both. No, I think you're right.
There's no more cash?
No, I think... Listen, if they can never come to me as a manager and say there's no more cash. Liverpool are in the Champions League every year, and we go deep. We go deep in the Champions League. So we're always quarterfinals and upwards. Always. So we always get out of group stages, and we get last 16 to finalists, or we might win it. So we go deep. We're always one of the teams that we always get to the quarterfinals and upwards. So if Nottingham Forest are spending over 100 odd million, West Ham would just spent £50 million on a midfield player from Lyon. Yeah. He would walk in our team. He would walk in our team.
Talent.
He would walk in our team. So there's players out there. I think it's a bit of both. You know what? Like I said, 1906. Do you think Antonio Conte would have what Klopp's been having? No, if he was at, say he was Liverpool, do you think Antonio Conte would stand for not getting a midfield player.
No.
Klopp's lovely because Antonio Conte will be saying it on TV.
It's true. He'll be out there.
He'll be out there saying, "I want a midfield player."
He'll probably end up like Parker, he'll be out there.
He'll be like Parker.
The way he spoke out.
But he would say.
Spoke out and then gone. But yeah, it'll be said. He'll be out there. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I think, personally, I think Klopp's got more to this. Klopp's got more of a say to this. If he demands a midfielder, he will get a midfielder. If those scouts are out there, they're constantly looking. South America, Europe, all of that, they're constantly looking. So but he's not asking for one.
No, but he has. But 1906, he says he's got it wrong, and we need a midfield player. So why have we not got one? He's come out and said, "You know what? It's my fault. I'm wrong. We need a midfield player." Why have we not got a midfield player? Why are we
because he's come a bit late. We'll get one, guaranteed. Now he's come out with it, but
I don't think we'll get one.
Yeah, we'll get one definitely.
I don't think we'll get one. I think it's too late now. You would have heard about it by now. I don't think we'll get a midfield player.
No, we're still attractive, mate. We'll get one.
No, it's not about being attractive.
Right
1906.
Right
the right one.
That's
the right one.
That's the horrible thing. You know, we need an average one, or we need a kid. Do you know what I mean? No, we need established and seasoned.
No, we need a midfield player who comes in straight into our side straight away.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not having Tielemans. I'm not having that. Every time I watch him, I'm not having him.
He doesn't come to mind.
No, he does. I'm not having him. But I think, that's not my job to get a midfield player. And if you didn't want a midfield player in 1906, how have you not replaced Wijnaldum? Why did you not give him a new contract?
He's seen something in training that we're not seeing because I don't.
No. Klopp wanted him to stay. So that's why I said 1906. I believe this is a collective, Klopp and FSG, because Mane wanted more money. He's not here at the club, and they're saying he wanted to leave, etc. But after we won the Champions League, he should have gave Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, Wijnaldum new contracts. So they're tied down. And they all would have signed at the time. So why as Wijnaldum wanted more money, didn't get it, he got shipped. Henderson, I know he signed a new contract, but he hasn't got more money. But Klopp was adamant that Henderson signs, he signs. Milner, he signs Milner, and he was adamant that Milner signs, he signs. So it must be 1906, a bit of both. It must be both of them, because they're both saying they want to. They're both FSG and Klopp are coming to the agreement that they want. They came to agreement with Henderson. They came to agreement with Milner. But the second
they're short-term contracts, though, aren't they? What was they going to pin Mane to?
No, but I'm saying after we won the Champions League in 2018, he should have got a 5-year deal.
Yeah.
And so should have Wijnaldum should have got a new contract.
All day long.
And that should have been done. The second we won that, it's like, all right, we're gonna reward these two, give them new contracts, they stay. You let go and you haven't replaced the midfield player. What a lot of Liverpool fans are saying, he only plays the ball sideways. Tell me how many times have Wijnaldum ever been injured? He's only been injured in 5 years at Liverpool. He was injured 23 times. So that means he don't miss no games. And you let him go, and all the other guys are always injured. And you haven't replaced him with a midfield player.
And it's the same ones that are injured that we were waiting for a couple of seasons ago to come back.
And you know what? And the thing is 1906. I've been that one where you've been killing me. I've been saying, Naby K is going to come good. He's going to come good. Naby's going to come good. I know. I can see. I still believe there's a player in there. But, when it comes to a point now, you can't defend him. You can't defend him now.
No
because
one can
he's
defend
always
him.
injured.
His family can't defend him. I'm telling you, it is like... I don't know. With him, there's no real hate. There's no real hate. But I'm just seeing a bog standard midfielder.
No, I think he's
that
better.
could be
He's
playing.
better than that 906.
No,
he's a good player. I'm telling you, he's a good player.
He could be playing for Charlton, Peterborough, Reading, Crewe.
No, you're taking a piss.
He'd probably do well in Scotland. Do you know what I mean? But I saw his first couple of games and I was like, all right, there's a touch there, but there's something quite left. There's something pretty left of centre about him. And the more I watched him thinking, yeah, because of your hype, do you know what I mean? This is going to be like the next, I don't know, Zidane.
No, but yeah. You know, I'm so happy.
It just went opposite.
And the thing is, I'm not having a rant. I'm not happy that we didn't win because I am happy that we win because I think it's vital that we get minimum Champions League. So I'm happy that we won.
You see it. You have to call it how you see it.
Yeah, but that's what, like I said, I have to call it how I see it. And I just feel that game and that goal by Carvalho, excellent goal, is papered over the cracks because I'm telling you, if it was 1-1, I know a lot of people will be cussing, a lot of Liverpool fans will be cussing because we would have dropped points again. But that's a big win. I'm going to go into player ratings. I think I'll go from goalkeeper. I think I'll give Alisson. He didn't really have anything to do, really. He did everything well. Couldn't stop.
Oh, we weren't getting peppered. As I say, I caught the last 15 minutes.
Yeah.
The last 15 minutes of the game. So we weren't getting peppered.
No. And I'll give Alisson 7. Trent, I think it was poor. 5, gave the ball away for the goal.
Oh.
906. I love Trent. But if Trent wants to be an England regular, and I'm telling you, people might think I'm crazy, but technically, we're talking about a right back who could be one of the best right backs of his generation. Technically.
Yeah.
The only thing he just needs to learn now more is the defensive side of the game.
Right.
But he's never going to play for England being that much of a liability. I'm so happy St. Max was injured. Imagine St. Max today.
I was going to ask you about St. Max. Where was St. Max? I couldn't see St. Max for the last 15. I was like, oh, was he injured?
He weren't playing. He was injured. And I think Trent was poor today, just spamming crosses. I think it was a 5. I love Trent as well. But I think with Van Dijk as well, like you said, I'm just seeing, in my eyes, I'm just seeing a little bit of arrogance from Trent. I think he's arrogant.
For seasons. He's been, oh my, that's what I'm saying. I said to you, he stands there at the back, he commands at the back. He is quality. Don't get it twisted. Anyone listening to that, don't get him twisted. The man is world class. But he's as lazy as hell. He commands the box. Everyone's doing everything for him. He might have to have a little burst of pace every now and again just to catch up with a man. Do you know what I mean? But once he puts a couple of challenges on people, they tend to go out wide of him anyway. And he just stands there commanding the box. And the little touches, the little delicate touches that he gives, where players have to run on this nearly like hospital tackles to get them balls that he's giving. Do you know what I mean? It's all dainty and everything else. So when Milner's screaming at him the other week, it was a long time coming.
Yeah. And I think with Trent as well, even Trent as well, I think I've been saying this, I think there's a bit of arrogance about him. Even he scored the worldie against Bournemouth and he shrugged his shoulders. I'm like, listen, relax, little man. You've been getting roasted, innit? Have you forgot? I know you scored a worldie, but relax, innit? You got that work a few times. Like, wingers are rubbing their hands to play against you. They're thinking, I'm going to give Trent that work. So Trent needs to calm down a bit, like, relax. Because if I'm a winger, I'm thinking, I'm going to spin you today. Because I'm looking, it was a worldie of a great, and I think he's a generational talent. I think he could be one of the greatest right backs of his generation. But I think Trent needs to hold it down a bit. Like the goal we scored and he shrugged his shoulders like he's the man. Like, Trent, relax yourself, innit? Because you last 3 weeks. I'm telling you, last 3 weeks you've been getting spun. You've been getting spun. And St. Max today would have been like, Setbacks today, we were like, big man, you are getting it today. Relax in it. Watch on the counter. I'm gonna rip you to pieces. So Trent needs to relax a bit. But yeah, I'm gonna give Trent a 5. I'll give Gomez a 6. I'm gonna give Gomez a 6.
I don't know, man. I saw Gomez hitting burgers out of people's hands in the last 15 minutes. Where were them shots going, sir?
Yeah, he's a centre half. I think he's played about over 100 games, 130 games. He still ain't scored a goal. Every time he goes.
Have you ever watched that program, Soccer AM? Mm-hmm. And right at the end of the series, they bounce the ball on the little trampoline and you have to volley it.
Yeah.
Surely there must be that kind of training going on at the Anfield camp. Surely. He must be lining up to take a couple of them because he needs to work on that all week.
You know what, Gomez? Every time Gomez goes up for a corner, I think that's a Gomez. You might as well stay back because you never could have scored. I've never seen him come close.
What are you doing? Send the keeper up. Gomez has got a better chance. Gomez has got a better chance of racing back. He's got speed. Send the keeper up. I'd rather the keeper than Gomez rack-attack it in from 30 yards. Come on.
Yeah.
And so I think the crowd are winding him up. Shoot. Come on.
All right, I'm going to give Gomez a 6. I think I said a 6. I'm going to give Van Dijk a 6. I think he didn't have much to do, but I think he could have still done better for the goal. I think his diagonal passes weren't the best, but I think teams are reading it, but I'll give him a 6. I think Robbo was poor. I'm going to give him a 5.
Oh,
I think he needs a rest. And I think Tsimikas needs to have a go. And I think Tsimikas needs to have a little 2 or 3 games on the spin. The only thing, one of my criticisms with Klopp is that he has his favourites too much. He plays them no matter what. And you've got to use your squad because you're going to run them into the ground. And I think there's nothing wrong with Robbo just having a rest at the firing line because I feel sometimes too much is that we play the same team all the time. And I think these players are getting comfortable. But I'll give Robbo a 5. I thought he was poor. Fabinho, I'm going to give him a 6. Okay. I think he was all right, but he didn't do anything that great. I think Harvey Elliott was Liverpool's man of match. I'm going to give him a 7.5. I thought he was good. I think he tried to probe. He tried to get on the ball. He was making runs. He was harrying. Right. He looked a guy hungry. He looked like a midfield player that, is thinking, this is my chance. I want to stay in the team. And you know what? Someone like Curtis Jones needs to watch and look at Harvey Elliott and watch him. Harvey Elliott's younger than you.
I saw him battle for a ball. I saw him battle for lost calls, and I think we got a throw on out of it in the end. There's the dying minutes of the game tonight, and he just done a length of the pitch, closed this player down, got a little ricochet, got a throw on from it. And you just think, that's what you want in your team. That's 100%, what you want in your team.
I think he was excellent today. He was excellent. He tried to probe, then he scored, shooting, great passing, tried to play through passes. And I think with age and experience, I think goals will come with visibility. I think he's a very, very good footballer. And I just felt he was hungry. He wants his spot. So I'm going to give him a 7.5. Henderson, to me, again, poor, 5. I'm going to go to Firmino. I think Firmino was not bad, to be fair. His touch was decent. Scored a good goal. That's good for him. As a striker, you need to score goals. I'm going to give him a 6.5.
Okay.
I think Diaz tried to probe.
I was going to say Diaz. What was he? Was he attacking, or was he just doing his little flicks and running and 1-2s?
You know what? He tried. He made some balls over the top, but you know what? I feel for him. You can't replace Mane, and you can't expect him to get the goals like Mane. Mane was a special player. I've been saying that. Mane's to me the best left-sided player in Liverpool's history, bar John Barnes. I haven't seen a better left-sided player. 1906, you've been supporting Liverpool longer than me, so you might see anybody else. Only John Barnes, in my opinion.
I think
only John Barnes.
Highway for me.
There you go. So you got 3. So you would say he's in the top 3. So you can't really put him in the same bracket. So I feel for him. So I'm going to give 6.5 as well. And Salah, I feel for Salah because I think what teams are doing now, they're believing that if we can lock Salah down, they're thinking where the goal's coming from. That's what they're thinking now. It's like, because there's no Mane.
Yeah.
And I know you're not the biggest fan of Nunes. And we'll see. The jury is still out of Nunes.
I'm going to give him time. I'm going to give him time. I'm going to give him time.
All right, the jury's still out of Nunes. So they're thinking, if we can lock Salah down, they're thinking, where are the goals from Liverpool?
Yeah.
Midfield don't really get goals. Diaz has got a couple of goals against ball, but he hasn't shown that he's prolific. Jota's the only one who will get goals, who looks like he could be, but he's not. He's injured. So,
do you remember I was relying on him a couple of seasons ago?
You know what? I think Jota's quality. I think the second
relying on that man.
No, but 1906. I know we were having this debate. You were saying, is Jota world class? I said he's not world class yet. But the second he goes on a run and you're thinking, you know what, he can take the next step, then he gets injured. It always happens. He gets injured. But yeah, I think Salah is a 6.5. But Liverpool got the win. They've got the win. So well done to Liverpool. All right, let's go quickly.
Hold on.
Go on.
Did you say Carvalho?
I didn't do Carvalho because he was a sub. But I'll give him a 7.
When did he come on?
He came on for the last 15, 20 minutes. So I'm going to give him a 7 anyway. To get the goal, he looks lively. I think, like I said, you know what, 1906, I know you've been screaming him. And I have said, I know we've had talks. Remember what I said? Eventually, I think Liverpool would have to find a space for him. Because he's going to come on the pitch and he's going to keep on doing what he's doing. If he keeps on being... The thing is, it's good for us because... we need a midfield player or a striker to come off the bench and change the game or get us a goal. So I'll keep him on the bench again.
What was he playing behind the three? What was he playing?
He played in the front, in the front three.
In the front three? Okay.
And he came on and scored a goal. Great finish, by the way. But yeah, I'm going to give him a 7.
Yeah.
Just going to go on to the other results.
Yeah, go on.
Man City beating Nottingham Forest 6-0. I did say 7-0 in the chat to us. I said they'll beat them 7-0. It was 6-0. Haaland scoring a hat-trick again, back-to-back hat-tricks.
Monster.
9 goals. 9 goals in 5 games.
Monster.
How many goals do you think Haaland's going to get? League goals.
52.
I think he gets 4. I think if he stays fit, I think he breaks Salah's record. And I think if he doesn't break Salah's record this season, I think eventually he will break it.
I'm going 50. I'm going 52.
I'm going 37. 38.
37. Come on, the man who's scoring 4 and 5s a game, mate. I'm telling you.
And the thing is, you know what? The thing is 1906. Remember what we said? You see on social media, if you go on Twitter, when he was missing them chances against Man City, against Liverpool. Yeah. And I think, you know what? I was thinking to myself, fucking hell, he's getting these chances already. I'm thinking, watch when he's about 100% fit.
Yeah.
He's going to score 2-3 goals a game.
He's like that Russian in Rocky. Do you know what I mean?
Drago.
Powering through, man.
Nah, you know what? I was talking to a guy just a minute ago, and we were talking about Haaland. He's like he's built from a lab, innit?
I'm telling you.
6'5". He runs wonky, but he's so rapid.
He's a hybrid. He's a hybrid. I'm telling you.
And his finishing is stupid. He's ceiling so high. All right, so they're talking about strikers. If you had to forget form, if you had to pick one, who would you pick? Haaland or Harry Kane? I know they're different type of strikers. Who would you pick?
Haaland all day long. Yeah, all day long. All day long.
He's ridiculous. He's ridiculous. 9 goals in 5 games.
He's got that hunger that you saw in. It was like an English equivalent of who? There's a mixture. That's why I say hybrid, because you've got like your Shearer determination in there. Your Mark Hughes kind of determining.
I see.
You've got aggression. There's a whole heap of mix in there.
Yeah, there is.
This one man, and you just think, what?
And he's got the power to score. He's a weird striker. He's very unique. I'm trying to think of strikers like in history. I'm not gonna go and say he's like he's great striker, but I'm trying to think. Is there I'm thinking of a striker, if there's a striker like I've seen like him. Because if you look at Zlatan Ibrahimovic when he was younger, he had the same type of size, and I think he had more skill, but he didn't have that explosive power for a big man like how Haaland's got.
No, I always
It's
thought,
mad.
I thought Drogba was a bad, you know what I mean, Drogba with his physicality and all that, you know what I mean, speed and everything else and a bit of skill. But he's like twice the size of him by the looks of things.
I know, it's mad. It's mad. And he's only 22. It's crazy. It's crazy. His finishing is ridiculous. You know what? And the thing is as well, I know a lot of people say he's a tapping merchant and rare, but that's the only thing he needs to do. Just needs to be in the right place at the right time. Because
What more do you need?
De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, they're going to find you, slot you in. You're nice.
Yeah.
You're nice.
I remember years ago, do you know what I mean? Who was it? Shearer.
Yeah.
Whenever we played, do you know what I mean? What is that? You look at that goal hanger. You know, you get the one in school, always just hang in the box.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You don't play it offside in school. Do you know what I mean? You've got that one man talking to your keeper. Do you know what I mean?
Straight.
Just goal hanging.
Straight.
But it don't say that on a trophy. It doesn't say that on paper. It just says
goals. That's it. Goals. That, like I said, if you're a striker, if you're not scoring goals, it don't matter. You could do all the hard work. I've realized that now when I play, but you could do all the hard work now. If you don't score, it don't matter. Yeah. That's what it feels like now, especially in this day and age where we're in social media. No one wants a runner, and they want to do if you put the ball in the back of the net. Simple as.
Yeah.
But yeah, Haaland looks like he can score hat tricks every week. Yeah. Arsenal winning again, 1906. They're not going away. But saying that,
it's invincible.
Yeah, invincible. I know. And the thing is, it's lovely. I haven't gone on like the Arsenal social channels yet. I only go on when they lose. But
doesn't everyone?
Yeah, I know. But you know what? It's I'm letting them have their day in it. It's funny. It's nice. It's nice. And you know they're talking about they can win the league. It's so funny.
Two more games.
You know their time's coming. Their
time's coming. Games. Arsenal win their next 2 games, and they're going to start talking about invincibles. They're going to start mentioning man, all bringing up squad, all of that. Yeah, who was playing left back at that one? Who was, you know what I mean? Where was you? Like Kennedy getting shot. Where was you? So, I mean, that season, all dusting off videos.
You know, it's funny. But yeah, they won again. So fair play to them. They're top of the league. 5 wins out of 5. Like I've said to a lot of Arsenal supporters, the 5 games you've played, you expect to win. All right, you've got Man United next. You've got Liverpool coming soon. Man City are coming soon. Chelsea are coming soon. We'll see. We'll see. I'll take you seriously if you're 25 games in and you're still top. Then I'll feel, okay, you're doing your thing. But it's only 5 games. But well done to Arsenal. You're at the top of the league.
Nice
Bournemouth
start.
getting a point against Wolves. You know, Wolves are just... Wolves always kill me. Like if I do like an accumulator or anything like that, they always kill me. Can't even beat everybody beats Bournemouth. You can't score 1 goal against Bournemouth. 0-0. Yeah, but it looks like for Liverpool, well done for Liverpool winning.
Definitely.
But you know,
the
cracks.
I'm looking forward to watching this. Hold on, because I've recorded all the games.
Yeah.
Tonight, and do you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to watch at least 2 of them. So it's going to be our one, but where would you say start it from? Like 94 minutes, or would you say no? What's the whole game? What's the whole?
I think you started from 75 minutes because if you watch the game, you'd be on your phone. You'd be on your phone. You won't be watching it. Don't for the last 75. No, say that. Do it for 60 when Firmino scored. When Firmino scored.
Yeah, you have to start from there.
Yeah, so 1-1. You don't want to see their goal because it would just frustrate you. It'll put you off. But yeah. So, guys, we'll be back on Monday. Myself, 1906. Tobias is away. So, it'll be me, 1906. So, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. 1906, you got anything else to say?
Another win, another 3 points.
Another 3. That's it. We roll on Saturday. One question, 1906. Do Liverpool buy a midfielder in a January transfer window? Yes or no?
Yes.
I say no.
Try and squeeze one in this window if we can.
I say no. But we are Real Talk Football TV, guys. Thanks for listening, and we are out.